history project. So today I'm just going to give you a tour around my architecture-inspired building I created for this project. So first I wanted to show you the roof. So here we have the green brick roof. I did get some inspo but did not copy any existing building. So I saw that they used this kind of brick for a specific building that I really liked that was Gothic, and I thought that was really cool. And so were the towers, or these, I would have made them more detailed and dainty, but that's not really that possible in Minecraft. I would have if I could have, and I wanted to make some of these things look more roundish. So I just tried my best with that because obviously it's a little different with Minecraft, all these cubes. It's really not the same feeling, but it's kind of similar to, it's as close as it can get with Minecraft and all these blocks. So first I'm just going to show this outside of it. The towers, like I said, I wanted them to be more detailed along with the work I did, but I think I did a pretty good job for not playing Minecraft on a regular basis. I kind of haven't played since middle school probably, but I just thought it was a cool way to do a project, and I thought it would be fun, so I decided to do this project. And my thought process behind all of these decisions. So I first started off with the front, actually, so I'm going to show you the front. This was the very beginning of my thought process, and what I wanted was kind of just big dramatic arcs. I know in Gothic architecture, and I kind of wanted the entrance to be really dramatic and have a whole statement piece, I guess, with the two towers on the top and the green brick, and have a lot of overlapping and dramatic arcs. Right here, the windows are stained glass, along with any of the other windows inside. They're all stained glass, because I know that's also something that we studied or just saw in Gothic architecture throughout the chapters, and I really wanted to emphasize the arcs and the feeling of how dramatic and extravagant it was with all the overlapping layers. And I just wanted this darker brick to look kind of more shadowy and which I think is really cool with how it's overlapping and just shows different levels, and I thought that was pretty cool. With Gothic architecture in general, I really like the arcs, so I tried to put that as much as I could. Really just wanted to emphasize that. Here I wanted to make one big arc and then a smaller arc on the inside. That was how I tried to get that across, was with this bigger arc and this smaller arc in the inside with different layers or levels, and having it look like the stained windows on the side right here, and on the outside have more kind of, I wanted more detailed tower kind of work, but I just wanted all things to emphasize and make it look really dramatic. So I did this on the outside too, just kind of repeated this pattern of the arcs, the stained glass, and then a window. And then back here I decided to do just a big kind of stained glass window with an arc on the inside, like the one in the front, but this one has stained glass thing, arcs and stained glass on the sides, and it's basically the same side. It's the same thing on this side, except the stained glass pattern might change a little bit, but that's just because I wasn't really putting that intentionally exactly be, but kind of just like scattered those and made it look cool. So basically the same thing on this side. I originally didn't have this green roof, but I saw a picture of Gothic art. I just searched up I just looked at inspo basically just to see what I should do. And I really liked this on one of the buildings I saw. And then on the inside, I really just wanted it to be like a long, like tall hallway. So I did all of these like what I wanted to look like arcs, and this is how I did it. So I did a bunch of like overlapping bricks, and something that is like unique to Gothic architecture is that it was more of just brick and marble over stone. So I used quite a bit of brick and marble. So I wanted this to just look like a long hallway, and really just kind of just looking at it and looking up at the roof and looking at all these like different layers. And then as you walk in, you can see like all the stained glass. That was pretty unique to Gothic architecture too. They really wanted to conserve natural lighting, so they would do a lot of stained glass, and they did a lot of really tall arcs like this. I also saw like inspo, and I really liked this, and I really want to go visit one of these one day. One of these buildings that look like this. It's just so cool how they have so many different layers, and it's so unique. And Gothic architecture really has that like kind of cavernous or like a cave kind of feel to it. Because it's so like extravagant and dramatic, but at the same time it's really like they wanted to let the Gothic architecture was also focused on letting natural light in and just having it kind of feel natural, but at the same time there's obviously a lot of work involved to get these like amazing spaces. So then I kind of just did this as like a kind of just hall setup, kind of just somewhere you can walk in and just look at and admire. And obviously if Minecraft would have let me do some more detailed work, I would have on the arcs. But this is a pretty good idea, a pretty good feel of how they had the arcs and how architecture was, or Gothic architecture is. And these stained glass have beautiful patterns and just really just something that you can just walk in and admire for a really long time. I think it's so pretty and it's so unique. And I would stay in a building like this forever, just walking around, looking at the stained glass. And I kind of just do this like, so this is supposed to be like a more of like an arc kind of feel, like anything that I did that looks like this is supposed to like emphasize as an arc. And then this is the back, just this big glass window, stained glass window, to give it some like effect. Also, obviously in place when there's a lot of stained glass, it changes how it looks. So the lighting on the inside looks a little like bluish tint or whatever color the stained glass is. I wish it could give it that feel here in Minecraft, but it kind of just, you can see it, but you don't really see it like reflected on the floors or anything. Show you some pictures of the process of it all. So here is the land before I touched anything. I had to clear off a lot of this so it would fit, so that took a while, just clearing out some space, and then started building the arc. Then I decided to build the towers on top to give it a more like dramatic statement piece, I guess, to the top. And then the inside had to put torches in there to be able to see because it was getting a little dark in there with no windows, and I hadn't added those. So this is what this looks like from the beginning. And there was a pillar right here that I decided to just move because I wanted a like stained glass piece at the very end. The roof had no green on it. It was just a simple design on the sides with no windows, and then that's when I realized the inside was too dark, and Gothic architecture really has a lot of stained glass and shows a lot of that, and I thought that was really pretty, so I needed to create that here as best as I could. All the torches. I wanted to make this like two sides like a more yellowish, and the center like on the final product, how it looks. I thought that was a more like effective way to make it feel a little bit more dramatic, is like actually imagining like walking through it and the tile. It seemed really pretty, and that's something they did in Gothic architecture too. More pictures of just the sides, the inside, and the end of how the roof looked. And then this is the inside. This is the final look of how it was on the inside. Try to recreate the pointed arcs as best as I could. They also had a lot of decorations on the side of the walls, and I tried to do that, and it was a bit of a challenge since I don't really play Minecraft that often, but it was really fun, and I put a lot of effort into this, and I hope you enjoyed.